Hello, Naysayer Nation. We are back once again for the Aftershow Podcast. One of the best ways you can spend your Sunday evening, besides watching Shai Gilgeous-Alexander take free throws. I am Sadat the Gamer, joined by the spirit of Casual Avenger, who could not be with us because he has a pressing deep dish pizza obligation that he could not miss. But as a okay replacement, we've got the other guy, JayShockblast. How you doing, Mr. Blast?
It has been a week.
Yes, it has, especially if you work at Bungie.
Oh man.
But
yeah, it's not the week I expected it to be, but we're hanging out, making do. My background is a little discombobulated. I had to spend a lot of adult money this week, having a new breaker box put in, basically. So I had no electricity all day Wednesday. My uncle suddenly passed away 2 weeks ago, and we had to go to his wake and his service. So that was like an hour away, and obviously we're there for a while. So yesterday we were supposed to be going to his retirement party. So it's really weird. I'm not like it's an uncle. They always like, first of all, it's my dad's sister's husband. Their two kids, like, love them. My cousin Josh is actually a state trooper in Connecticut. Like, they're awesome, but they were always an hour away, so I didn't ever see them as much. But my Aunt Cheryl and Uncle Mo, like, whenever we had something, like, they were always there. Like, when I bought my house and we were looking for people to come help paint, like, they were there, and it was just shocking because, like, literally we were supposed to go to his retirement party, and just one morning he went out, golfed 18 holes with his buddies, came home, mowed the lawn, went in and told my aunt that he was having discomfort, and they decided to go to the emergency room, and he died in the car on the way over. So I don't know. It's been a lot to, like, kind of take in, because you're about to go, like, celebrate this guy finally working his whole life, and now being able to rest, and
he's just gone.
Yeah, and, like, I feel terrible. Like, I walked into the wake, and my cousin Josh, who I very much look up to, my cousin Josh, like, idolized my dad, joined the Marines because of my dad. Their boot camp photos look like they're twins. It's crazy. And, like, he's just kind of got a lot of my dad in him. Like, he's got that Marine in him, and I don't ever, like, see him too down. We had a big hug, and he's like, yeah, I guess we have something in common now. And that wasn't really what I wanted to hear, but I
definitely not.
Yeah, so, like, it's been a weird week, because it was going from that, and, like, it's whatever. Like, you you do what you have to do. Nothing else really matters in these moments. You got to be there for family.
Of
Then
course.
the no electricity on Wednesday, the release day of the biggest game for me in the last 4 years. I don't know. I'm in like a weird headspace. I've been very frustrated. There is this one collectible in Lego Batman that is not tracked by the game other than letting you know that you have X amount of, items. And like when I'm playing, I can't really like ask people for help,
Right.
and there's no guides, there's nothing. And I just concentrated so hard. I wanted to be the first person to get it. And I did work a little bit behind the scenes with another YouTuber, Pack Attack. He has like 4 million subs. We do this every Lego game. Our DM is like going and we're helping each other find them. Going crazy finding these ones. I don't know. And I figured I'd put this up, and there's a lot of people that are watching it. It's helping them. They appreciate it. That's great. But then like one of my friends posts a short talking about how hard it is to get all these items and recommends that you go watch my video.
Mm-hmm.
That YouTube short has like 100,000 views.
Yeah, that checks out.
My video on how to do it has a very appreciated like 8,000 views.
To be fair, your 8,000 view video made significantly more money
I understand.
than that 100K
Yes.
short.
No, and I understand that. And first of all, yes, it was Rugged Eagle. And like what I so appreciate about that is that I kept a log. Like I logged where all the red bricks were and what their coordinates were in a Word doc. And when I was done and my video is up, I posted it in my group chat with him, Blitzwinger, and BD1P so that they could make sure they had them and it was easy. And all I asked was like, hey, look, if you do make your version of this video, just I don't know, give me a shout out. And being the proper young gentleman that Rugged is, he did exactly that, And I love Rugged Eagle because like that's somebody that I watched come up in my chat. Like I will never forget the day he showed up in my chat and suddenly he had a check mark. And I was like, oh, he's like, Jay, you really inspired me to become a creator. And, I got to meet him in Germany, and it means a lot when like the younger generation appreciates the OG, I guess, you know what I mean?
True.
And that's very much the relationship and how it kind of works. But I don't know. I just feel like a lot of times with, this is so competitive, and it's like, it's just so easy to give a hat tip when somebody helps you out. Like, I don't even bother downloading the files for Marvel Rivals anymore. Whenever everything comes out, I just go to Miller's Twitter and I just record the screen of Miller's Twitter and I link Miller's Twitter, and just I doubt I'm like breaking news of who Miller Ross is, but I still make sure that I do it that way, and I show him appreciation, and I just find it more convenient to do that. But it's just nice to know that like with Lego Star Wars there was something similar, and I posted that video, and within like 2 hours somebody had already downloaded the video, cropped it, shortened it, and just used my video.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And like it's just nice to know that there are people that are helping. But I will also say this, like it's kind of like a microcosm of how everything works. That video has like 50, 60 positive comments. Oh my God, you're a lifesaver, bro. Thank you so much. Oh, this is great. Thank you. I appreciate you. One guy bitching, saying that I yap, all this yapping. I'm like, bro, it's a 38-minute video that shows you where to find 50 items. I spent less than a minute on each item. I showed you where it is, how to get to it, what the coordinates are. Yes, I had to talk. Welcome to how videos work. And I don't know why I let it bother me, but I did. And it's like, I don't know.
Those type of comments, I just automatically just ban them. Like it's just I don't need TikTok brain rotted morons in my my comments.
But like it's just weird. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, there's another video that is actually doing really good. I made a really good decision because I'm struggling editing these videos. I have like these big blocks of video, and I was going to edit them all down to like cut out some of the like the work and like just get it to the point. And there was this one collectible you have to find that is like under the map, but it's a weird way to get to it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to post that one. And that one has like 12,000 views. And literally all the comments are amazing, except one guy that's like, oh, all you do is yap. I guess yap is the word of the day. And I'm like, bro, it's a 2-minute and 21-second video. Yes, I talked to show you where you should start, where you go. It's not that big of a deal. I don't usually let that get to my head. I just deleted it this time.
It's literally just TikTok brain. These people brains are literally mush. They spend all day looking at these 30-second TikTok videos of people talking at 4 times speed, and that's all they can tolerate. When even a 2-minute video is too much for their tiny brains.
It's so wild to me, but I'm just getting what I can up. As weird a week as it's been, I do want to talk about some legendary shit that's been going down. You saw my elevator pitch, okay? So we are like the Batman Ninja stuff I thought was gonna like cool off, but it's actually escalated to the point where we are on full blown. Like I now have this framed tweet.
You actually framed the tweet.
Oh, because we have to hang it in the Louvre. But I'm not the Louvre, so it's gonna have to hang in the office. But this is confirmation from TT Games. Can confirm Jay is the reason Batman Ninja is in Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
We did.
It is. It's official. It is lore. There are not many people that have that kind of power, but I do. And from what I understand, I got a DM from Gihan, the Wizard of Oz, basically, behind Lego Batman and TT Games. And I was like, oh, dude, I really appreciate you rolling with the bit. And he goes, oh, we're not done yet.
Oh,
like, oh. No. This is how the bit dies. I want nothing.
Nope. That was the whole point.
This is good for me, okay? Because when you start saying it's not a joke anymore, when you're like, oh, where's my money? No, I want nothing. Being a part of the bit is all I want. Like, this is so much fun and it's so funny. I had to mute like some tweets because like people are like, oh, can you ask him for this? Can you ask him for this? I'm like, no, I'm not taking requests at this time. Great power comes great responsibility. I'm not wasting my requests on your stupid shit. Be stuff I want. I don't want any of this. Anyway,
but for your next request, you should ask for Superman.
I mean, I would be okay with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I guess I know this isn't necessarily like on the show topic or whatever, but like, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight available now. Best Lego game ever made. I saw Eastwood was
#spawn.
Yeah. Sort of sponsored. Yeah. Not sponsored, but they gave me some free stuff. Okay. If you think that sways my opinion, I'm a literal expert in Lego video games. It is easily the best game they've ever made. I will say, from a content creation perspective, I'm not going to get as much out of this as I have every other Lego game. And it's not because of anything bad. It's just the way they designed it is so different, and there's not as much need for so much hand holding. So I've been really trying to pick and choose the stuff that I think people are going to have trouble with, because at a certain point, it's really not that complicated to get everything, you know.
Right.
So I would much rather prefer them go back to the old style, even though this style was so great. No, I want those 250 character unlock games so that I have all those videos that I can show people how to go get it. You know what I mean? Those are a little bit more useful, but I'll take whatever they create.
That's how they pay him in royalties. He wants royalties in the form of more
Exactly.
content.
Exactly. That is where I will make my money, and I've always been happy with that. You know what I mean? I was the sixth person in the world with the platinum trophy, according to PlayStation profiles.com or something.
Disappointing.
Which is actually the lowest I've ranked in the last 4 games for Lego DC supervillains. I was number 2. For Lego Marvel 2, I was number 1, or vice versa. And for Lego Movie 2, I was number 3. So now I've slipped down to number 6. But the first 2 people had the game like way before they went out. So I know who one of the people is, and I was not going to beat him.
My goat is washed.
Pack Attack beat me again. He was number 4. So anyway, but the number I know who the first person was, and they'll remain anonymous.
Well, it's better than being 7.
Yeah. Is that a boys transition?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I will say I saw you playing it, and before I said anything, I was listening, and you seemed to be quite enjoying it. I would even say glazing the graphics.
Oh, the graphics were glaze-worthy. I will.
Yeah.
I will say I was on my PS5 Pro looking at my 100 hertz monitor, and it was a visual feast. Despite it being a Lego game, I was very impressed with the visual fidelity of the game. It was very good. I definitely think it should be sufficiently glazed for that achievement. And yeah, I was enjoying the game. I haven't played anything the last few days, but I'm eventually get back into it. But I've been just enjoying all the coverage and watching you meme on about it on Twitter. My
tweets have been going crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad the game is doing well. I wish I could have streamed it earlier. Unfortunately, my code arrived a day late. It was appreciated. It was appreciated, but it was weird. WB obviously was not trying to give me the same access that Jay got, unfortunately. But I did have another way of getting the code. Unfortunately, they accidentally sent their email late, so I could a day later than they intended. So I couldn't claim my code until later on. So that killed the momentum. So I just streamed it for the vibes, and it was still a good time. Appreciate the 5, Armani. Can't wait for 007 First Light. Countdown continues. Looking forward to those reviews as well. Very excited to try out that game. Hopefully I can pick that one up early as well. But yeah, this was a pretty crazy week. Apart from Lego Batman, of course, we had the surprise announcement that Bungie is shutting down Destiny 2 after all these years. It's wild to think, like all the stuff that's happening in gaming would have been unthinkable at a certain point. Halo being on Xbox, coming to Xbox, to PlayStation, even Starfield coming to PlayStation, and now Destiny 2, which at one point was like the biggest game in the world, is just gone. And the crazy thing is that this announcement didn't come with oh, by the way, we're doing Destiny 3 now. No, it was just like, no, we're doing one more update, and then Destiny 2 is just going into maintenance mode, and that's just the end of it. And Jason Schreier over at Bloomberg did a follow-up on the situation, and according to him, Destiny 3 is not in active development, and substantial layoffs are incoming from Bungie, unfortunately, and that's on top of the layoffs Bungie already had, because I believe they started with around 1,400 when PlayStation acquired them. They're down to 8. They were down to 800 as of last count, and they're going to be losing even more as they're going to be shifting some people over to Marathon to try to salvage what's going on, what's left of that, and then laying off some others, and then pivoting around at some point, pitching new projects. But it's just kind of a shame. I mean, we kind of knew that Bungie was, in a rough spot, but it's just so surreal to see, because I'm not even like a huge Destiny 2 guy. I played it. I finally got into it for like a month, but I did really enjoy it. I stopped though because all the paywall content. So I was like, I don't know, I don't feel like going through all that, but I did enjoy the game very much for what it was. So I got the appeal. But even with that experience, just to see that announcement, I knew the significance of seeing a game like that, just go down after all these years. It's just sad.
I mean, I'm a day one alpha player for Destiny. I've been playing about as long as you can be playing Destiny. I have a video on my channel from the alpha. You know what I mean? It's definitely not a game I've been as attached to the last few years. They have an update basically every year, a big, expansion every year. And each one that would come out, I would play less and less. And the last one I thought was really great while I was playing it, but like I just feel like I'd never had anybody to play with. I didn't really want to go through it alone. The last one is kind of like a Star Wars update, and I'm sold on them making a Star Wars game. Like that company is so good at making video games, and it is shocking. I'm not shocked that they're ending Destiny 2. Obviously I think it'll just keep being playable, but like I don't they had to like cut the cord at some point. And what's more shocking to me is that there's no plan. You know what I mean? I always thought, all right, we're gonna cut off Destiny 2 so that we can automatically go to Destiny 3. And the fact that we're not there is crazy.
Yeah, because they made a honestly very stupid gamble on Marathon that kind of anyone could have told them was going to fail if they had just asked. But just going all in on the extraction shooter,
I don't think it's think of Marathon as like a fail as much as I just don't think I don't understand extraction shooter. I don't think they have that there's not a market. Like there is a very limited it's just a step above niche. Like there are people that like it, there are people there for it, but there's not enough people to support like so many games, like Tarkov was.
And that's what made it a failure though, because they didn't approach it as a niche genre. They took an IP that people associated with PvE and decided to make it a PvP hardcore extraction shooter. So they didn't even do the Arc Raiders approach, which was to make an extraction shooter that's accessible to the masses. Which is the really big issue with extraction shooters. It's not casual friendly, and they instead of making a more casual friendly one that leans into their strengths, they said, no, we're just going to go hardcore. We're just going to go try to compete with Tarkov.
I mean, I'll put you. Oh, sorry.
But then also on top of that, they spent real big money, like not niche extraction shooter money. They spent big budget AAA, quadruple A money on this niche genre, and they got niche sale results. So,
I mean, I'll put it to you this way: like the game itself is $40, which is a pretty budget friendly game these days. And I got a code, and I haven't touched it. You know, like I heard the way the game plays. I know it's not the type of game I would want to play. So I'm like, why am I gonna like spend any amount of time on it? So I don't know. I don't understand. There's been a lot of mismanagement with Bungie.
So much mismanagement, and I think that was really the main issue with Bungie. The leadership just kind of drove everything into the ground, and it's not just buying the expensive sports cars. It's just completely mismanaging resources, adding in a lot of really bad monetization to Destiny. It just all around, their leadership clearly needed to have been replaced a long time ago, and it just never happened. And it's too late now. Appreciate you, Armani. We'll see. From my understanding, 007 is a little on rails, but they do have it looks like they have a free flow combat system that I'm very much interested in getting into. I was really enjoying that in Lego Batman, having that free flow back again, and always play my games with a little bit of mix of stealth and action, when appropriate. I go about it all the way. But yeah, Destiny is like, Destiny is kind of the least of their problems, because Sony spent a lot of money acquiring Bungie, $3.6 billion. They've already had to write that down, meaning that they had to basically say, yeah, the value that we ascribe to that purchase is significantly lower, and is going to be getting lower. And it just feels like when they made that acquisition, they didn't really do their due diligence. Like, I think the strategy should have been to say, okay, when we acquire Bungie, we're getting rid of their leadership that people want to get them gone. We're going to get rid of them, and we're going to put them. We're going to have them fast track Destiny 3, and that should have been the strategy. Like, just taking this detour to make a hardcore extraction shooter is just so weird. And I don't understand why these developers convince themselves this is the next big thing. I mean, because Epic Games is doing the same thing. They're doing that Disney character extraction shooter that's supposed to be coming out in November. It's like, why are we convinced that extraction shooters are going to be the next battle royale?
Why am I also not shocked to see like an all-time bad Travis take? Like, all-time bad.
That's definitely an all-timer. Yeah, saying Bungie has never made a good game, like, you're either 12 or you're just trolling. Like, there's no way. It's actually no way.
He doubled down. Absolute all-time awful take.
All-time terrible take.
I'm not even a Halo fan, but inarguably it's one of the most influential games in the history of video games.
Saying none of the Halo games were good is insane.
Killzone is one of the most forgettable franchises in the history of video games.
I know for a fact Travis did not play Halo. He probably played the new Halo, and that's it. Like,
I don't even necessarily love the gameplay style of Halo. It's never been for me, but I get it, and I understand the people that do. That's wild.
Yeah, that's actually insane. Like, there's no way. But I fortunately, I don't think the studio is in danger of shutting down. But they do have to like get the win a win at some point here because it's getting rough.
That's probably true.
It's getting rough. Speaking of Wolverine, there was another.
I'm gonna stop touching it.
Yeah, stop touching it. Speaking of Wolverine, there was a huge another huge announcement besides the death of one of the most beloved franchises of all time. The state of play was finally announced. This was we were expecting one announcement a little earlier. Nate the Hate had mentioned he had heard about a state of play potentially in February, but he couldn't get the date. He couldn't confirm the date, and I mean in April, and he couldn't confirm the date. And Grubb said, our goat Jeff Grubb said that he heard there was going to be something in June, late June, that usual time frame, and in the Summer Game Fest season. And we got the announcement just randomly in the morning. I was literally working on a Marvel Rivals video. It was like at like 8:00 in the morning. I was finishing my edit, and then I just happened to check Twitter and see that Insomniac tweeted, and I saw Jeff Keighley tweeted about a state of play. I was like, oh shit. So I had to immediately abandon my video and see what's going on. And I saw Insomniac tweeted that they're showing Wolverine again at a new state of play. And oh boy, so I was had to rush to make that video, but very, very exciting stuff. It's going down, of course, on June 2nd, and it seems once again like it's going to be a PlayStation showcase, because Sony is in particular really hyping this up. Not only like we had a really good PlayStation state of play in the beginning of the year that was also over an hour long, but this one is not only an hour long. They said they're going to open with Wolverine, which is a bold choice. I would have assumed that we're going to have that be the finale. So if they're going to open with Wolverine, you can only imagine what they're going to close with. And then
you would think, but there's also a very weird part of me that's like, I wouldn't be surprised if they just went out with a whimper. Like they start heavy and then it's just like there is nothing to bookend it.
There was possible, but then on top of that, they're doing they're hosting a watch party for it in theaters.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's like Alamo Draft House. That's
which is
so I agree.
Which means there's something's fishy going on.
They better bring the heat,
Yeah, like at the very least, they are setting the expectations extraordinarily high, like intentionally, like because usually they announce the state of play and they don't say anything else. They tell you how long it is, when it is, and then that's it. The only exception is when they have a state of play, sponsor state of play that's dedicated to just one specific game, and that's it. But otherwise, they don't tell you anything about the show. You just show up and you're there to set your own expectations. This time, they just straight up tell you, no, we're going to have Wolverine. We're going to start with Wolverine, and we're going to have we're going to have in-person watch parties for it. So they're telling you this state of play is going to be a really big deal. So I'm inclined to believe that they're going to bring the heat. We do know of one other game that's going to be shown, thanks to insiders, and that's the God of War spinoff, starring Faye, that was leaked previously.
So that's who's in the thumbnail.
Yes,
I was trying to figure that part out.
Yes, that's that she just played, of course, by Deborah Ann Wool, who was Karen.
Oh,
Karen.
Karen.
Paige in Daredevil. Yep, she actually also plays Kratos' wife in God of War 2018. And she is the star of this spinoff game. But not only that, Corey Balrog over at Santa Monica also has another game that has been long in the works. So I do think now, this usually the answer is no, But in this particular instance, I think there is a very real possibility that there is something GTA 6 related at this state of play. I do, because it's it's over 60 minutes. They have the in-person Alamo Draft House thing, but also we had the leak previously from Best Buy about pre-orders for GTA. They they had the earnings call, which reaffirmed that they're going to make their November release date. They're on track for that. And on top of that, PlayStation has a marketing deal with GTA 6. They confirmed that as well. So I think that we could get the GTA 6 pre-orders at this state of play. I think that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, they'll certainly be interesting. I mean, as interesting as pre-ordering can be.
I mean, for GTA 6, yeah, it's kind of it's crazy. People are like acting like I'm seeing all these posts on the Reddit about sightings of potential pre-orders, just like it's Bigfoot or something. Like people, like these GTA fans are obsessed. Like it would be a huge deal if that ended up being the case. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna have another video specifically on just games I'm expecting, or we could potentially see. But we know they're going to have other PlayStation exclusives there, of course. So good chance we see Phantom Blade Zero, Token Fighting Souls, since those are coming soon. But wouldn't it be something if Insomniac showed two games again, like they did at the PlayStation Showcase back in 2021, and dropped the Venom game, which is supposed to be coming out in 2027, according to the leaks. I think that would be a thing, especially if they're leading the show with Wolverine.
When is State of Play?
June 2nd.
So it's before Summer Game Fest. See, I kind of feel like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter when you show it. Like a State of Play is going to get the same type of viewership as a Summer Game Fest. So, and you kind of have it more isolated and more streamlined, and you don't have to pay Jeff for it. So, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, why give Jeff money? Yeah, because I remember when they showed the Spider-Man 2 gameplay premiere, they still showed it with Summer Game Fest, but they just threw Jeff a bone in terms of pre-orders, the pre-order announcement. But they kept the good stuff, the gameplay, for their own show. But they gave Jeff some screenshots and the scoop that I think that's where they
19 inches of Venom.
That actually came on Twitter. They mentioned Eddie Brock was not Venom in the at the Summer Game Fest on stage when they showed the art.
I'm trying to go back in my phone because I was there for that one.
Yeah, I was watching from home, but I remember I was streaming it, and I remember I remember it was particularly funny because I was just on kind of a generational run of proving people wrong, because I was right about like every Spider-Man 2 reveal at that point. And I said, yeah, they're probably going to be at Summer Game Fest too. And they were like, oh no, they're not. They already did this. I'm like, no, they're going to be at Summer Game Fest. And
yeah, that's where we hold on.
Yeah, then they walked on stage, and I'm like, I did it. I did it again.
That's when they showed.
There it is. Yeah, that first
that image, and then there was I think they I know that they must have dropped this image right after, because like I have it saved in my phone, and then like the next image is Marvel Snap. So
yeah, I don't see Captain America as being anything Bond like. I think Captain America Captain America, Steve Rogers, rather, was never like a secret agent type like Bond. He just doesn't have the riz. He's kind of just like a. If he didn't have the serum, he would. I think he would just been. I mean, well, if he didn't have the serum, he obviously wouldn't even be in the military. That was kind of the whole point of the story.
Right.
But if he had been, physically capable of being in the military, but didn't get the serum, then Steve would have just been a soldier. That's just what he was. He was a soldier, and he probably would have. He probably would have eventually got the term of captain, and he has had some leadership capabilities. But yeah, he was a military man through and through. Just wanted to fight for his country. He's never really a secret agent type, especially like Bond, who's kind of not against the rule. Doesn't really play by the rules. Kind of likes to do his own thing. So, I think they're very different people, but I'm definitely looking forward to this state of play, because I'm so curious what that final reveal is going to be, and I have a feeling we're going to see Venom. I think we're going to get the Venom world premiere, and I'm hoping at some point during Summer Game Fest we finally get Rise of Hydra, because my God, like what is going on? Like what is going on? What's going on with this game? Like they still haven't shown any gameplay, and it is starting to look a little sus for Rise of Hydra. Yeah, because my most anticipated game of the year was Undefeated Genesis, and they recently announced that they were delaying that to early 2027. Sadly, but even they, only have had gameplay out for months. They've had actual playable demos. They dropped a new trailer after they announced that they were delaying with more gameplay, and then they were at the one bit summit with another gameplay demo, and they said they're going to have another announcement. So that's how you prepare people for a delay. They say, all right, we're delaying it to early 2027, but here's new footage, and if you want to play the game, we're going to have a demo set up here, and we're going to have more announcements coming. Rise of Hydra, they just dropped 2 trailers, and we just haven't seen anything except them tweeting about their delays. It's like it's getting weird. Just show us some gameplay. Like
yeah.
Like what's going on?
It's weird. It's weird that there's like nothing at all. You know what I mean? Like you would think that they would just be like, "Hey, yeah, we still exist." Every once in a while with like something.
Yeah, just a little something, maybe some concept art, anything, and they just like playing it really close to the chest. I'm guessing maybe they just want to do a one big marketing push when they're ready, just a big presentation. But all it's doing so far is just not only making people forget about the game, but making people that do remember the game think it's canceled. Like
I will say this: I don't think it takes much to get it back. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like I feel like the way things work today, you don't need these long PR cycles. I think you can really hit the point home, with 90 to maybe 120 days, like just a hard press for 3 to 4 months leading up to release.
Definitely.
But yeah, it is definitely like most companies at least are somewhat active in just reminding people that, hey, we still exist. We're still in process. More soon.
Yeah, because they don't even have that much time now. Like if they wanted to do even abbreviated marketing press, because it's about to be June. So assuming that they actually show up, at either State of Play or Summer Game Fest, then what's that release looking like? Okay, are you going to release? You can't release in November because that's GTA 6. So if you're going to release, are you going to release in September with Wolverine and Phantom Blade Zero? That means you have July and August to promote. Like so
Yeah.
okay. So you're gonna all right. So maybe you do
I'm thinking December for them.
December. Yeah, December. So you do
Yeah.
December. That way you have the rest of June. You have July, August. So yeah, I feel like if they are going, they still do have a window, but if it's not, if we don't see that game in June, I think it's cooked for the year. I think that's the end of it.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all.
I'd say James is definitely just a highly trained agent. He's not meant to be. He's not meant to be a comic book character. He's just a really well trained agent that's great at getting women to sleep with him, or a highly skilled gigolo as Gabe just described them. But yeah, I think we'll see some Marvel Token for sure. I know people are crashing out about Shuri, but I think we could see the next character reveal, or maybe one or two. They still haven't shown Doctor Strange, who IGN leaked last year accidentally, and they also just released a line of comic tie-ins for Token Fighting Souls, and
I saw that,
and they included a preview of another character coming to the game, Moon Knight. So we could see some Moon Knight gameplay. I'm looking forward to checking that out. If they do Moon Knight and Strange, I think that would be good reveal. Definitely. Another thing I was looking forward to, and I think Loki could pop up, is Infamous. I did the story a couple weeks ago that BGC had heard that they were working on, that they heard that Sony was doing something with Infamous, but Sucker Punch wasn't directly involved, which made it sound like it was going to be like a remaster situation, which the creative director at Sucker Punch alluded to, because when he was talking about Yote, he had mentioned that he was really excited to go back to Infamous. He wanted to do a new game. He wanted re-releases of the original trilogy, and he mentioned they would even be fine with outsourcing, some of that, because they only do one game at a time. So I could definitely see them, Sucker Punch, working on a new mainline Infamous game, while Sony has been, cooking up a remaster, at least for the first two games, because those are still on PS3.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not really too interested, but I'd probably play it. Maybe it'll get me reinterested, something new. But I was never really into the Infamous games for some reason.
Blasphemy! I loved Infamous.
Yeah, I think we've had this conversation before. I just felt like it was a little bit similar to Prototype, and I played Prototype, so
which is funny because they came out a month apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was just maybe that was it. I definitely have the Infamous games. I liked the one that was in Seattle a little bit.
Second Son. That was the most popular. That was the most popular one.
Okay. Like, I did enjoy that one more, but I don't know. I just never got into it as much as most people.
Yeah, I was into both. I got both Prototype and Infamous when I was younger, and it came out, and love Prototype. Even Prototype 2, even though it wasn't as good as the first one, but the Infamous games to me kept getting better, and I thought Second Son and First Light DLC were amazing, and I definitely would love to see more Infamous now, especially now that Yote is officially done. They confirmed that they're not doing any more major content updates for the raid. That's it. So I think they're kind of ready to move on from Yote officially. And
yeah, I mean, I don't really see any point in doing anything else anyway.
Yeah, I think they kind of nailed it, because the story is kind of open and shut, and so don't really need a story expansion after that. They got I think they got everything they needed out of the raid, which I don't think was the raid and just the whole Legends mode. I thought wasn't as good as Legends in the previous game either, but it was. But I had fun for the first couple weeks or so. But yeah, didn't enjoy the raid, but I did like the main Legends mode decently. My main issue is it was the same issue with the base game in terms of the gameplay. I just really thought the combat was a lot clunkier than it was in Tsushima, and I felt like they never fixed it. So that was just always kind of a sticking point for me that kept it from being like really up there. But still I thought Yote was solid, but I would definitely love a new Infamous game. I think that would be the perfect time to drop a new one.
Yeah, I feel like a new Infamous game would prevent me from getting a Ghost of Kyoto. Like
yeah. I don't know if they want to. I don't know if they want to do another Ghost game in a row, a third Ghost game in a row.
I don't know. I would like one.
Yeah,
Never enough.
I felt like they were. It did feel like they were kind of not necessarily out of ideas, but it didn't it didn't feel like a huge like step up from the previous game. In fact, I do think Tsushima is just better in general, but it didn't feel like they had just like this crazy fresh take in terms of like mechanics and everything like that. It felt very much similar to Tsushima, which is good in its own way, but just not as good. So I feel like a third one, I think it would do the studio better to have a break in between and do another game and then come back for another Ghost of with fresh eyes after working on another project. I think that would make the next entry in the Ghost of franchise a lot better.
I mean, I just love the Ghost of, so it's like I don't really want to hear any of that, but I can understand where you're coming from at the same time, but I don't know, man. I just adore those games. I just love that setting.
I would never get Paramount Plus. No. I have enough pluses. I got Peacock, but only so I can watch the Spurs series.
I think I use Paramount Plus semi often because that is what the challenge is on.
The challenge, yeah, never watched it.
I don't know if you. So last night, my wife and I went to. It was basically like a stage show for a podcast about the challenge. The challenge started when Road Rules and what was the other one? The Real World. They would take their cast members and they would have like a competition show, and it turned in.
I remember that. I just tapped out after I think I stopped watching Real World like literally like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I never really watched The Real World or Road Rules. I started watching this because my wife is like obsessed with reality TV, so she was watching it, and I was just passing through the living room, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. So I would just start watching it with her, and then we would watch every season, and then I would go back and I'd watch all the old seasons, and now it's probably one of my favorite shows. I don't know. I'm not a big reality TV guy, but like we literally just watched the finale of Survivor. So
you're definitely a reality TV guy.
Yeah, I do. We watch Survivor. We watch Big Brother, The Challenge, and The Amazing Race. So there are a few that I do watch now, but I never used to be. But anyway, we went to a show last night, and to me, the greatest to ever do the challenge is a guy named CT. He's won the challenge 5 times. If he didn't basically get kicked off the show for like 12 seasons, for like just being at a rough point in his life and, you know, beating the shit out of a guy on the show, he probably would have way more championships. But he was there last night with Cara Maria. They were doing a roast of her for her 40th birthday. And so we got to like meet a bunch of the people. I got to meet CT, which is dope. I mean, some people argue Johnny Bananas, which is a very popular name that a lot of people should know. But CT
I
like
don't,
CT washes. He's
I
like
don't, I
a
don't know any of these
monster.
people. I know any of these people.
Oh, I don't know. Ever since the road rules and the real world shut down, they've had to like dip into other like reality franchises to get people. So now they bring in people from Big Brother and Survivor and like Love Island because they got to keep the show a little trashy. So, but yeah, it's I just like I like it because it incorporates like that real world thing with like sports competitions and you know I don't know, it's a little bit of everything. So the show is cool last night. There's like 5 or 6 people that had been on the show before that were there, and yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I used to be a reality. I used to definitely be a reality guy. I had a little reality phase.
Yeah,
It was mainly the real world, but I watched the UFC reality show.
I remember that.
I
I watched
watched
that
the
with my dad.
I watched the WWE reality show. Remember that the WWE
Yeah,
one
yeah,
with Maven? Remember that
yeah.
one? Yeah, that's the one I watched. I watched that one. Yeah,
Tough
I had a little,
enough.
yeah, tough enough. Yeah, I had a little. I had a little
That's actually where the Miz came from. He came from
oh, nice.
he was part of the real world and then he went on the challenge. And everybody remembers him from being on the real world and the challenge, always talking about how he wanted to be a wrestler.
That's that's not true. I really like this show. And of course, I like the standard music shows back then, like American Idol. And but then eventually, I just got into anime and started watching reality shows.
Well,
I was like,
speaking of anime, did you see the big announcement today at Combo Breaker?
which one?
The Tekken 8 season pass for season 3.
Uh, no, I immediately tune out any and all Tekken news.
Okay, well, are you familiar with something called Baki?
Uh, yes, Baki is a very popular anime that airs on Netflix.
All right, there's somebody named Yujiro Hanma?
That's Baki's father, the strongest man in the world.
Okay, well, he is the surprise character in the Tekken 8 season 3 DLC.
Oh, that's actually fire. I'm still not
Yeah.
going to play that. I'm still not going to play Tekken, but that sounds. Well, that's pretty fire.
Hold
Appreciate
on, let's see if we can. Oh, go ahead.
appreciate you, Manny. Yep, so it's all good. I'm definitely. Most people are excited to try 007. I am for sure as a longtime Bond enjoyer, big Bond fan. Love GoldenEye.
All right, I don't know if this will make sense to you.
Yeah, that's you, Joe. Yeah, so I watch Baki every time it comes on. Yeah, Baki is a weirdly addictive anime.
Yeah.
Like they'll drop a new season. It's usually like 13 episodes or so, and they're dubbed, so you would like it. And they're like each about usually about a specific fight or a tournament or whatever. But yeah. Lately they've been having each season focus on like a specific fighter. They previously had a season dedicated to Baki and its father finally fighting, which is something they've been building up to. And then they just had the last season they some of the scientists over there revived Musashi Miyamoto, and had him challenge the top modern day fighters. So that was what that season was built around. They had another season where they found like a prehistoric caveman who was like strong enough to like beat the fuck out of dinosaurs, and they had him fight in the modern day. It's a really good show. It's a really fun it's a fun martial arts show. It tries to it's cool because it tries to like present itself as grounded, and it does have like a lot of like lore and understanding of actual martial arts, but then they like add some anime bullshit on top to just add a superhuman component to it. You know, like they have this one guy who's like his whole shtick is that he's just made of muscle. Like he's super strong. He's in prison, but he's kind of just, you know, runs the prison, does wherever he wants, and he's so strong that his abs can literally stop shotgun pellets. Like, you know, they'll do crazy shit like that. But whenever there's a crazy feat, they'll try to like explain it with like with actual science and martial arts. It's a really fun show. It's like really addictive, like despite it not having like insane flashy animation and fight sequences. Like Solo Leveling, for example, gets you really hyped because the fight scenes, the animation is like some of the best you'll ever see. But Baki just kind of hooks you with the presentation, the storytelling that goes into each fight, the build up and everything like that, and the way it's paced and structured. It's really well done. I like it a lot.
Yeah. So one of the things that here's one of the things that CT is famous for. I was going back to like the thing I was at last night. So Johnny Bananas and CT, probably the two most popular people in the history of the challenge, like the ones people would know. So this is like the type of event that they would do. This is Prime CT. Sometimes
did he have CTE?
That was one of the jokes last night, that they named CTE after CT. So this is CT right here. This is probably like 12, 15 years ago. And they surprised Johnny Bananas by he's going to be the one that goes up against him in the challenge. This is like literally CT's first time back after being gone for many years. And everybody is like shocked that he's here. And this is known as the Bananas backpack. So that's Johnny Bananas. It's just muted. But so that is when CT like literally beat the shit out of the dude and got kicked off.
Which is weird because you think reality shows would love that type of thing.
Right. So let's try to get to the part where he actually. Hold on, which one did I get? Sorry.
I remember vividly, like I would mainly watch reality shows like that because of the possibility of them throwing hands.
Right.
Like I thought that was a bonus. Like I saw our Flavor of Love.
So this is, I don't know if I have
put the rest. Looking forward to putting him in the dirt.
All right, boys, keep it clean.
Let's go.
This is the Bananas backpack.
You ready?
Bananas.
Go!
That was like the whole point of the thing. That's Cara Maria.
Oh my god. What the just happened?
You hear it?
CT looks like freaking Godzilla. I've never seen a grown man look so scary in my life.
He just gets up.
This was so
he's
amazing.
Doing like this Transformer power walk with the Boston Mumble.
And he carries his custom-made Johnny Bananas backpack to the barrel in about 5 seconds.
Anyway.
I can't even.
That was one of the most epic moments in the history of the show that I watch. and like so much so that was like in a movie recently. I don't remember what the movie was, but it was like playing in the background, and like it's just such a epic moment. And yeah, CT was cool.
That was literally one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. My entire
Like,
life.
so they've definitely gotten better since like the challenges, but like the point was that they were supposed to like struggle to like throw one of them into the trash can.
Right.
The hall brawls that they do now are crazy. It's basically like two guys line up in a hallway and they just run at it. They basically have to run through each other to like ring their bell on the other side. So
Very impressive feat of physical strength for sure. Obviously, that guy Johnny should be absolutely humiliated.
yeah. Ironically, though, Johnny would go on to win like 7 challenges. So, shout out to Twan AI. It looks like Google AI is recommending my video. Nice.
Finally a win for AI.
Right. Cool.
Spurs.
Anyway, I don't know, but it was one of those things that I thought it was cool, and he was super cool. We got a picture where he looks like he's actually interested in talking to me, so that's even bigger win.
Big,
so
huge. I don't like this Spurs games closer than I would like, but at least they're winning so far.
All right, who are you rooting for in that series?
Do you have to ask?
Oh, the Spurs, right?
Jay, I thought it was impossible for me to hate a team more than I hate Boston.
Yeah.
Until the Thunder.
Yeah. I should have known better.
I fucking hate the Thunder so much.
Whoever's going to beat the Knicks, that's all I want.
I've never hated a team more than the Thunder.
Have you been following the Danhausen curse?
No. What was this?
So Danhausen is a wrestler in WWE. He's kind of got like a vampire theme, and he's kind of a joke wrestler. It's everything he does is funny. He's really funny, but like his big gimmick is that he curses people. Well, somebody asked him to uncurse the Knicks, so he was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? You're uncursed," and they haven't lost a game since then.
That's actually
so now they literally just had him like as a guest at the last game. He started demanding he wanted seats next to Timothy Chalamet and what's her name? Yeah, which Kardashian is he with?
Is it Kendall Jenner?
Yeah. Like this was at game 3. Like they're like literally mainstream press is covering it. But he didn't want to sit next to them. He want like they have like literal Knicks merch with him, uncursed. Like they're all in on this. But this is Jalen Brunson got asked about it. Is like your thoughts on the entire Danhausen situation. Smiles. Honestly, I don't know too much about it. I've been off social media, so I'll leave it at that. But yeah, like they're like all over this. It's kind of crazy.
Well, the Knicks are one win away from the finals, so it's a big deal.
Yeah, and the other ironic part is he's actually like his big rivalry right now is with The Miz, who is like renowned for being a diehard Cleveland fan, because that's where he's from. So, but yeah, like they're all in on this thing, and he's like he didn't want seats next to them; he wanted seats between them.
That's actually diabolical.
Yeah, so that's like his whole thing. Yes, he's very nice, very evil. He's basically a total cartoon character. One of the top 3 merch sellers in WWE right now.
Can we get him to curse the Thunder?
Yeah, you just have to give him human monies, and he'll do anything.
I will gladly put together a GoFundMe to get him to put every curse imaginable on the Oklahoma City Thunder, because I fucking hate this team so much. They're so terrible. Literally watching them play makes me physically angry.
Oh my god, I'm looking at this. Man, I can see why people hate SGA. There's the hater report just tweeted something.
Did you see this on Twitter? This guy did an analysis to examine how if everyone's right about how much Shea flops, and he studied all the amount of time Shea falls on his jump shot attempts compared to his peers, and they found that Shea falls down on his shots 50% more than his peers.
Yeah. Well, this video, he goes up to take a shot and like literally not touched at all, and just like goes straight to the ground and got the call.
Yeah, like it's so, and then like it's bad enough, like, because it's not just bad that obviously they're unwatchable, like the way they play basketball is horrendous, but what makes it really bad, like, because Harden was a free throw merchant too, but what makes it bad, really bad, is that the referees don't call it both ways. Like, it's one thing to be floppers, which the league for some reason condones, despite the fact that they literally implemented an anti-flopping rule and refused to enforce it. But it's the fact that on defense, all they do is play prison ball, and they get away with it. But if you breathe near Shea, it's 2 free throws. like I almost threw my phone at the screen when I saw that they called Wemby for a foul because he touched someone's arm on a rebound attempt. Literally, while Hartenstein was in the same frame, holding Cornette's entire shoulder, nearly pulling it out of his socket. And they call Wemby for a fucking foul. I'm like, bro, it's the rigged officiating on top of just the horrible way they play basketball.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you though, as long as the Knicks don't win, I don't really care who wins.
Yeah, like I want the Spurs to win, then I'll root against the Knicks. But if the Spurs lose, then I'm buying a Knicks jersey. I don't care. I want the Knicks all the way. I am rooting for all. I just want somebody. I don't care who at this point, whether between the Spurs, I want the Thunder to lose as soon as I want them to lose in disgrace. I hate that team so much.
Yeah, I just, there's no, like, a New York team winning a championship is not what the sports world needs. Like, we haven't had that in like a decade, and it's been great.
Yeah. I enjoy. I don't hate New York. I much prefer it when Boston doesn't win anything, because I think that just makes the entire world better.
I don't know about that.
Not just the sports world.
Unfortunately for you, probably not gonna happen anytime soon.
Well, the Celtics
one of our 4 teams will win something at some point.
Well, it definitely won't be the Celtics, unfortunately.
We'll see, man. I mean, they should have gone farther this year, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if they ended up trading Jaylen Brown, like the rumor suggests.
I don't know if I want Giannis, man. Which is a weird thing to say, but I'm worried about his knees.
You should be. That's the thing about Giannis. Like, everybody wants. Yeah, obviously Giannis would definitely raise their ceiling, but yeah, he's been injured for the playoffs for like the last 4 years straight. Like, he's never healthy anymore.
Yeah. And that's, I think, my biggest fear is I don't want to like Jaylen Brown just made second team All NBA. Probably should have been MVP this year if you actually go by most valuable player to their team. I just feel like
it definitely should have been Luka. It definitely should have been Luka or Wemby then, if we're going by that.
I don't know, man. I feel like they have better teams around them. Like, you just did not, like, Jaylen Brown carried the Celtics to a number 2 seed in a year. People didn't even know if they would make the playoffs, if we're being fair.
I mean, people said the same thing about the Lakers before the season started. I mean, their team was dog shit. You had
I don't know. I thought the Lakers were supposed to be better than I thought the Lakers were underperforming, but I don't know.
You thought a team with a 40-year-old LeBron James, DeAndre Ayton as a starting center, and Bronny fucking James coming off the bench was underperforming.
LeBron James at 40 years old is still better than 97% of the league.
And he was also injured for like the first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, but still, I could hear an argument on Luka, but like, I don't know. I just feel like the Spurs and the Thunder are so deep, and I don't.
The Thunder, yes. The Spurs are not. Which we've seen.
They're young deep, but I don't know.
They have
obviously
really good players, but as we saw when Wemby's off the floor, they're a much worse basketball team.
Well, I mean, say the same thing about Jaylen Brown.
Well,
so before Tatum came back.
Before Tatum came back.
And to be fair, this is also why I don't think Tatum is going to win an MVP anytime as long as Jaylen Brown's there, because they're both like MVP caliber players, and I don't believe if you have two players like that on your team, either one of them should be able to win, unless one of them is just like I think Jaylen Brown or especially Jason Tatum more likely would have to literally average like 38 points a game in order to win MVP. Like he would have to have numbers that are just ridiculously gaudy. You know what I mean?
I think that's a problem, because like when Jordan and Pippen were doing their thing, like Pippen was great, but Jordan was substantially better. It was very clear that he was the one leading the team, whereas it feels like Tatum and Brown kind of oscillate between the two. Like there's not.
I mean, Tatum's the 1A, and Brown's the 1B. But
Tatum's usually more consistent on offense when they're playing together, whereas Brown is more consistent and impactful on defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they both have the exact same weakness, their ball handling, and they'll kind of rotate who has the better scoring output.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really felt like there was a very, very long stretch of the season where Jaylen Brown was possibly the best player in the NBA. It didn't last the whole season, but I thought that like the argument was absolutely there that he should have been MVP, because
I don't think at any point in the season he peaked higher than Luka, Wemby, Jokic, or Shea. As much as I hate Shea.
Yeah, well, doesn't matter. He didn't win, so it's fine.
And neither did Boston. Yes.
I mean,
I'll take it.
Number 2 seed on a rebuild year, so.
And couldn't beat the play-in Sixers.
It is embarrassing for sure.
3-1.
Like for sure they choked. Like I will never understand what happened there. So
yeah, you need to tie the series because the other one is too. Yeah, Knicks are the Knicks are just absolutely clapping Cavaliers cheeks, which I knew would happen because Cleveland is kind of bad. Like Cleveland on paper, they say is supposed to have a good defense, but they don't really have good perimeter defense. And when you're relying on James Harden in the playoffs, unfortunately, this is what happens.
Did you hear what Kenny Atkinson said today?
I'll pull it up.
Hold on. It's I would actually fire him on the spot for saying this. Quotation: analytically, we've won 2 out of 3.
The fuck is that? What do you mean? Analytically, what the fuck is that?
Analytically, here's what ESPN has. Analytically, we've won 2 out of 3 games on the expected score. So based on analytics, they won 2 games apparently.
They're never beating the allegations. Holy shit!
Yeah. That's like one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, and I would literally fire him on the spot for saying that. Like that is
Yeah.
like loser mentality.
What 100%. Like I feel like he was definitely already on the way out, but yeah, that's insane. That is an insane statement. Holy, they closed the half up 12. Let's go Spurs. Bring this home. So the boys finale. So Jay, you watched the boys finale, right?
No,
Okay, so Jay,
I didn't watch anything this season.
so Jay didn't watch any of the boys season. So much
No.
for that.
I saw Homelander with a hole in his head or something, or like something. I don't know. I'm assuming he died.
Yes, Homelander does indeed die. So at least we could talk about the discourse of season, because this has been happening since the last season. Apparently, it seems like the right wing chuds didn't figure out that the show was making fun of them until season 4, and that's when they turned on the boys. And now I'm seeing a bunch of people crashing out that Homelander didn't win in the end. they not surprising at all that they were rooting for the white supremacist who was literally trying to turn America into a Christian theocracy. in the end, it says a lot about who they are as people. But yeah, Homelander, as expected, didn't win. But we're seeing like a lot of crazy takes of people like that clearly just didn't understand any of the characters. Which just kind of shows how how far media literacy has truly fallen. But I will say my one criticism of the finale is, because I do think it ended well. I think they could have extended it. It felt like they could have made like 2 more episodes at least.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of just putting everything into this one final episode. Other than that, I thought it was all fine.
Yeah, I saw that it's like ratings are lower than the season finale or series finale for Stranger Things.
Which what the Stranger Things finales and ratings are saying anyway. I mean, people hated it, but everyone still watched.
Yeah. I don't know. I just couldn't get into the boys this season. I don't know. I just didn't have it in me to watch it.
I was having in me to watch the boys, especially the large amount of Jensen Ackles we got this season. And we also got a trailer for his spinoff show, because obviously the boys, just because the boys is ending doesn't mean the boys is ending.
Yeah.
They're doing Jensen Ackles is getting a spinoff called Vought Rising, which is a prequel that will follow Soldier Boy's rise as a hero and the early beginnings of Vought as his and the first of the superheroes. And of course it will be with Stormfront, the actual literal Nazi that Homelander dated. And the show looks a string. Definitely always looking forward to more boys content. We had a couple trailers dropping, more new look trailers dropping this week. We had Vault Rising drop. We had a new look at Lanterns, which I thought the second trailer was a lot better than the first trailer that we cited for it. And then weirdly, we had a Big Bang Theory spinoff show.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I was never a fan of Big Bang Theory. I always thought it was just criminally unfunny. But there's a spinoff series with some of the main cast that takes place.
The guy that owned the comic book shop.
Yeah, it takes place in an alternate reality where there's like monsters and dictatorships and superpowers and everything like that. And it's actually like a darker comedy take on it, with a lot of production value. That actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I have no interest in Big Bang. I've never had any interest in Big Bang Theory, but The spin-off show actually looks pretty good.
My wife likes it, so it'll be on, like reruns will be on. I'll just watch it. I don't think it's terrible. I like looking in the background to see what I can see. Like in the dork that goes to outer space. I don't know his name, but the Jewish one with the mom that yells at him. In his bedroom, he has like a Darth Talon statue, which is like such a random character that only appeared in like a very small run of comics, like that are based in the future. And it's like, that is such a weird statue. I mean, granted, it's a red Twi'lek wearing like next to no clothes, and she's a Sith Lord. So
she's actually very popular online, Jay.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that she was that popular online. I just thought that's like a really random Star Wars character.
No, she's quite popular.
Gotcha. For the obvious reasons, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, then I guess it makes more sense now. But
yeah. Funny enough, if I like this one, it'll be the second Big Bang Theory spinoff that I actually enjoyed. Like, because I actually watched Young Sheldon.
Yeah,
I thought it was actually really good, and but it never made me want to go back to Big Bang Theory, because Big Bang Theory still sucks, but to me. But I thought Young Sheldon was great, and this new one looks pretty good as well. So I'll probably end up. I'm guessing I'll end up liking this one as well. So I'll just end up liking the spinoffs more than the main show. I think the spinoffs are better than the main show, even though
it's kind of funny how like Young
forever.
Sheldon. Sorry, it's kind of funny how Young Sheldon is a spinoff of Big Bang Theory, and now Young Sheldon has its own spinoff.
Yeah, which makes sense. Young Sheldon is really good, and the new spinoff. I think it's Somebody Saves the World. I don't know. Stewart Saves the World. Yeah, that one's going to be on HBO Max, and it definitely looks like an HBO Max show. It looks like they're spending HBO Max money on the budget and the production.
Nice.
Homelander telling Butcher he'd eat feces with cathartic. Yeah, and offering to suck his dick. Cinema. actual cinema. Loved how Homelander went out. Deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
Well deserved. Oh, it is Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, Eastwood.
Yes, thank you to all that served.
Thank you for your service, good sir. Yeah, I always forget the holidays because I don't have a schedule that adheres to holidays anymore.
Right.
So
I get that.
So I always so I have to be reminded of certain holidays. Like if it's not like Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that, I'll forget what it is. So Memorial Day, I'm guessing what do you do for Memorial Day? Barbecue? So what is that?
Yeah. My mom is coming over tomorrow with food. I don't remember what she's making.
I have some burgers in the freezer. I'll just heat some up. I guess. Did you? I saw that you went out to the theaters apparently to see.
I did.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, I loved it. It's not that deep, right? It's not like it's a good Star Wars experience, but it's not necessarily like a deep, well thought out Star Wars movie. It's very much a long episode. That's what I figured. And that's fine. Like, it's shot so nice. It looks great in theaters. It didn't feel like it was too long. I really appreciated Mando's part. I appreciated Grogu's little part. There's a part of it Grogu has this part of the movie about, I would say like 70% in, where he does something, and it honestly made me want to cry a little, because it just made me think of how, like, when I'm in bed and Evie gets real close and she just curls up in my arms, and it's like you could feel that moment. It was such a really cool moment, and I really appreciated that moment. I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." But the action was really good. There's like it gets out guns blazing, like literally. I mean, I thought they did a really good job with it. I wasn't expecting it to be, this full-blown deep lore pushing, experience. I thought it was going to be like essentially the best episode of The Mandalorian they've ever done, and that's what it was. They just needed like an hour and a half to do it.
Fair enough. I'll probably wait for D plus. It didn't feel like something I needed to go to the theaters.
Yeah, I wanted to see it in the theaters because I think there's something special about seeing Star Wars in the theaters, and they had some great scenes that were like pure Star Wars, and I just liked it. I liked it a lot. I think I don't think it would have made, like, I've seen people say, "Oh, they should have just made this a season of the Mandalorian." And I don't agree with that. I think there's something about it being played as this big run. If you want to say it was like a special presentation, like the Punisher, then fine, but it's like twice as long as the Punisher. And I don't know, man. Like, could they have divided it up? Sure, but I like just being able to go right all the way through it without like any breaks. You know what I mean? I thought it was, I really liked it.
Yeah, I haven't felt inspired really to see anything in Star Wars, and especially in theaters. Is the love for the Star Wars just isn't quite there yet.
And I've seen people that went to see it that were like, "Oh, I really didn't need to see this in theaters," and I can absolutely like see people walking away with that, because like you have an expectation of Star Wars when you're at the theater. And this was more reminding me of like when I went to see the Clone Wars. When that came out, they did like the first like 3 episodes as one big movie.
Yeah.
And that's what it reminded me of. And that's basically what it was. And it worked really well.
That's why I was getting the vibes when they announced this movie. I was like, this feels like something I'm just going to watch on D plus. Like,
that's fine.
Yeah, and well, instead of spending money on Mandalorian Grogu tickets, I bought Project Hail Mary. And
okay.
And watched that. And holy shit, I'm so glad I watched that instead of Mandalorian Grogu.
Yeah.
I wish I saw that in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Project Hail Mary, hands down, in my top 5 favorite sci-fi movies ever.
Wow. Interesting.
Absolute cinema. Masterpiece. I absolutely fucking loved it.
Oh my god, I can't believe He-Man is next week. Yeah, the 5th. And it is getting really good reviews. Like even Jared Leto is not killing this movie.
Surprise! I was seeing a lot of posts, a lot of videos saying, "Please get rid of it, Jared Leto."
I from what I understand, those are just Jared Leto haters. They're not actually basing it off of anything in the movie. Like everything I've seen of Skeletor, you can't even tell that's Jared Leto in any possible way. So.
I'm not a He-Man fan. I'll probably skip it, but I do plan on going to see Supergirl on June 26th.
Yeah, so He-Man is literally the day before I go out to LA for Summer Game Fest. So my brother and I are gonna go see it because my brother's like Twitter name and his like Xbox and PlayStation name is literally MOTU Eric, which is Masters of the Universe.
Yes, it is. You saw it. I bought it on Amazon Prime for $20.
Yeah, I'm assuming he meant, can I watch it for free on Prime?
No, you not yet. You can rent it or buy or own it. Buy it, own it. Gabe saw it. Elite ball door.
Oh, I will also say, they showed. I don't know if it was a new Spider-Man trailer before.
It's probably the last one that they released online.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not watch that one like specifically.
I did a reaction video to that one.
Yeah, I don't. I just feel like I get dinged on these reaction videos all the time, so it's just never worth it to me. But I did not watch that one. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just try not to watch another trailer until the movie. But then they showed it during the thing, and wow, that was crazy.
Yeah,
that was a good trailer.
Yeah, Jay finally got in on it. Yeah, everyone was talking about that trailer for like weeks. Yeah, it was a great
I didn't know if that was the same one or if this was like a new one for it. But
I saw the screenshot; it was the same one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was good. I was already gonna see it, but man, I'm very much looking forward to it now. Even more.
For sure. I'm definitely going to see Supergirl. My dad keeps asking me to go to something, so I'm deciding if I want to see it. If I want to see, I'm probably going to see Supergirl with. I'll probably see Spider-Man with him. So I think he's more of a Marvel fan. I don't think he's gonna like Supergirl.
Yeah, I will definitely go see Supergirl, Spider-Man. Yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting.
Yeah, they're going to be peak, and of course, I'll be co-streaming Summer Game Fest. Catch me live for all the festivities that week. I'll be doing the State of Play on June 2nd. Catch me a couple hours early for the pre-show. I'll do the main show, and I think that they always invite me to co-stream the other Summer Game Fest shows that they have around there, like the feature game show and everything like that. So I'll be doing a lot of Jeff Keighley stuff that week, related stuff that week. So
yeah.
So pop in.
I'm really hoping I'm supposed to be going to the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, look forward to that as well. Hoping we see some Blade.
Yeah, so I'm hoping like I don't want to say I better be going to it, but like when I got asked about possibly going, that's what put me over the top. Because I got invited to Summer Game Fest and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I really want to go. Like, because this is one that I have to foot the bill. So I was like, I don't know what to expect this year. So maybe I'll just I didn't get invited last year, so I was kind of at the same time like, I don't like to say no sometimes because like when you say no, they stop asking. Sometimes, but so I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna wait, and then the possibility of doing the Xbox one came up. I'm like, all right, that seems like it would be worth it to me because I really felt like I got a lot out of going to the last one, and now there's like new people, and I really would like to go back for that. So I decided I was going to go, but I haven't like gotten my confirmation on what's going on for Xbox yet, and maybe it's because they're still fluid, but
fluid.
Yeah, so we'll see. But I've got a few appointments set up. I really need to go through. I'm so worried about double booking that I haven't. I've got a couple of emails that like I've been letting sit for a minute, but I'm also realizing shit. I gotta get these booked before they're full, and I don't. Yeah, literally. So I gotta like pull up all the ones I have scheduled and make sure I didn't double book. But also, I'm trying to like go easy on Saturday because that's when I think like the event for Xbox is gonna be, and I don't want to like schedule something during Xbox and then not be able to like do it, you know. So
for sure. So good luck with that, Jay, definitely I'll look for you in the crowd. Once again, June 2nd is the state, kick things off with the State of Play at 5 p.m. Eastern, and Friday, June 5th is Summer Game Fest. That's also that broadcast also is going to be the same time, and then the Xbox Showcase is on Sunday, June 7th at 1. Should be a big one. It's followed directly by a Gears of War E-Day Direct immediately after the show ends. They'll do a deep dive on Gears of War E-Day at the end. So any Gears of War fans definitely want to tap in for that.
I've been booking for Sunday, not Saturday. Fuck. I thought Xbox was on Saturday, and I've been like booking the stuff I have been booking has been Sunday.
Oops.
So,
Oopsie.
well, I'm gonna have to go through all my stuff. So, yeah. You know what? I hate it. Like, I wish that like when I confirm, they could just send me this little calendar thing, and I could just click add to calendar, and I don't have to do that shit myself because I'm lazy. But all right, I'll figure it out. But,
Jeff Keighley and his people usually send me press emails with all the dates in them, so I just go through.
Yeah, I do need I just need to get my shit together on my own. So, but it sounds like you want to watch the rest of the Spurs and the Thunder.
I do, because the Spurs.
I sensed an ending coming here.
The Spurs are putting belt to ass right now, so I actually want to watch this. So we'll catch you guys next time. I appreciate everyone supporting the stream as usual. Thank you everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Shout out to Gio for being first once again. Thank you, Imani, for the supers. I'm Stott the Gamer.
I am not Casual Avenger.
But we appreciate Casual Avenger coming through yapping. Zip it up and zip it out. Peace, my nature.